Welcome back to Year of Profit. Today's episode is a really important one because anxiety is one of the biggest silent profit killers there is. Not just financial profit, but emotional profit, mental clarity, energy, focus, creativity, all of it. Today we're talking about how to keep yourself from slipping into anxiety, and just as importantly, what your body is actually doing when anxiety shows up. Because once you understand anxiety, it loses a lot of its power. This is not a just think positive episode. This is a biology plus psychology practical tools episode. By the end of this show, you'll understand why anxiety feels so physical, why you can't logic your way out of it, how to interrupt anxiety before it spirals, how to train your nervous system to stay calm under pressure. Take a breath. Let's get into it. Part 1. What anxiety really is. Anxiety is not weakness, it's not failure, it's not something broken inside you. Anxiety is your survival system misfiring. Your brain has one main job: keep you alive. The problem is it doesn't know the difference between a tiger in the bushes, a past trauma, a scary email, a financial worry, a hypothetical future problem. To your nervous system, stress is stress. So when anxiety hits, your body believes something is wrong, prepare for danger. This is why anxiety feels physical first, mental second. When anxiety starts, heart rate increases, breathing becomes shallow, muscles tense, blood leaves digestion and goes to limbs, vision narrows, thoughts speed up. Your body is preparing you to fight, run, or shut down, not to relax, not to think creatively, not to plan the future. That's why anxiety makes it hard to think clearly. Part 2, what anxiety does to your body. Let's break this down system by system. 1, your breathing anxiety causes chest breathing, not belly breathing. Short, fast, shallow. This tells your brain we are not safe, which makes anxiety worse. 2, your heart. Your heart rate increases to pump oxygen to muscles. That pounding heart, that's not danger, it's preparation. 3, your gut ever had nausea, diarrhea, appetite, butterflies. That's because digestion shuts down during stress. Your body says, oh, we don't eat when we're running from threats. 4, your muscles, shoulder type, clenched fists, locked hips. This tension becomes chronic anxiety when never released. 5, your thoughts. Anxiety speeds up thinking, but reduces accuracy. Your brain starts scanning for what could go wrong, what you missed, what might happen. This is why anxiety feels like mental looping. Part 3, why you can't think your way out of anxiety. This is critical. Anxiety starts in the body, not the mind. So when people say, just calm down, stop thinking about it, be positive, that doesn't work because you're trying to override biology with logic. You have to calm the body first, then the mind follows. There's 1, body, 2, breath, 3, nervous system, 4, thoughts, never the other way around. All right, now that we've talked about why you can't just think your way out of anxiety, I want to introduce something that actually does work when used correctly, and that's cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. CBT gets misunderstood a lot. People think it's about positive thinking or telling yourself everything is fine when it isn't. That's not what CBT is at all. CBT is about understanding the relationship between your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, and learning how to interrupt patterns that feed anxiety. What CBT really is at its core, CBT is built on one simple idea. It's not the situation that creates anxiety, it's the meaning you attach to it. Same event, different interpretations, completely different emotional responses. 2 people can face the same situation. One spirals into anxiety, the other stays calm. The difference is not strength, it's thought patterns. The CBT triangle. CBT works with what's called the thought-emotion-behavior triangle. 1, thoughts, what you tell yourself. 2, emotions, how you feel. 3, behaviors, what you do next. Here's the key. Thoughts influence emotions. Emotions influence behavior. Behavior reinforces thoughts. Anxiety becomes a loop, not a single moment. How anxiety loops are created. Let's use a real-world example. You get a vague email from your boss. We need to talk. Your thought, open quote, I'm in trouble quote. Your emotion, anxiety, fear, dread. Your behavior, overthinking, avoidance, replaying conversations, worst-case scenarios. Then your brain says, see, we were right to panic. The loop strengthens. CBT helps you step into that loop and slow it down. CBT is not about eliminating thoughts. This is important. CBT does not aim to stop thoughts. Your brain will always generate thoughts. What CBT teaches you is how to question thoughts, challenge assumptions, reduce automatic reactions. You're not arguing with yourself. You're investigating your thoughts. The core CBT question. Here's the most powerful CBT question. Is this thought a fact or an interpretation? Anxiety loves interpretations that sound like facts. CBT creates mental space. Common anxiety thought distortions. CBT identifies patterns called cognitive distortions. Some common ones: catastrophizing, jumping to the worst outcome; mind reading, assuming you know what others think; all or nothing thinking, no middle ground; overgeneralization, one event defines everything. Once you can name them, they lose power. CBT in practice, simple exercise. Let's do a quick example you can walk listeners through. Ask yourself, 1, what am I anxious about right now? 2, what thought is fueling this feeling? 3, what evidence supports this thought? 4, what evidence contradicts it? 5, what's a more balanced thought? Not a positive thought, a realistic one. Why CBT works best after the body is calm. This ties back to earlier in the episode. CBT works after the nervous system is regulated. If your body is in fight or flight, logic won't land, perspective disappears. But once you breathe, ground and calm the body, CBT helps prevent the next spiral. CBT builds long-term anxiety resistance. The more you practice CBT, the faster you catch anxious thoughts, the less convincing they feel, the shorter anxiety episodes become. You're not controlling anxiety, you're changing your relationship to it. Final CBT reframe. Here's a powerful line. Just because your mind offers a thought doesn't mean you have to accept it. Thoughts are suggestions, not commands. And CBT gives you the skill to choose which ones you believe. Part 4. How to prevent anxiety before it starts. Let's talk prevention. 1. Regulate your nervous system. Daily calm is not a personality trait. It's a trained response. Daily regulation looks like walking, stretching, slow breathing, cold exposure, stillness. 5 minutes a day beats panic management later. 2. Reduce stimulant overload. Caffeine plus stress equals anxiety fuel. You don't have to quit caffeine, but drink water first, delay caffeine in the morning, avoid caffeine when already stressed. 3. Control input. What you consume mentally matters. Constant news, social media, doom scrolling trains your brain to stay alert for danger. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between headlines and real threats. Number 4. Build predictability. Anxiety thrives in chaos. Simple routines tell your brain things are stable. Morning rituals, evening wind downs, consistent sleep times. Part 5, how to stop anxiety in the moment. Now let's talk real-time tools. Tool number 1, physiological sigh. Inhale through the nose, short second inhale on top, long slow exhale through the mouth. Do this 2 to 3 times. This tells your nervous system, stand down. Tool number 2, grounding through the senses. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. This pulls you out of the future and into the present. Tool number 3, muscle release. Clench muscles hard for 5 seconds. Release slowly. This completes the stress cycle. Tool number 4, label the experience. Say, this is anxiety, not danger. Labeling reduces fear of the sensation. Part 6, long-term anxiety resilience. Anxiety doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you care, you're aware, you're human. The goal is not to eliminate anxiety. The goal is to not be controlled by it. When you understand your body, you stop fearing the sensations, you stop feeding the loop, you recover faster. Calm becomes familiar. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who struggles with anxiety. Save it for later. Revisit the tools. Remember, anxiety is a signal, not a sentence. You are not broken. You are responding. And calm? Calm is something you can practice. This is Year of Profit, and your calm is part of your wealth.